Welcome back, you beautiful people. Today is all about tricks that you can learn anywhere. Yes, anywhere. In the car park, on the streets, in your garden, in your house, wherever, in and out. That's what it's all about. Watch this. Number one, it's all about trials. It's the back hop. Just like that, get on the back wheel, hop about, just like that. Uh-oh. The easiest way to start learning the back hop is simply just push your weight forward onto the front wheel, then bring it back. Hit the front brake, then bring it back onto the back wheel, lift up the front. But you'll find yourself going backwards, which is fine. That's the basic point to start to learn the back hop, like this. So when you're in that back hop, you want to give it the kick motion on your pedals. So when you kick, you let off the back brake. Then when you land, back brake on. Or you can just hold the back brake and just hop up and down. The higher the bike is, the easier it is to control. If it's too low like this, it's going to be really hard to keep it up. Likewise, if you're going to loop out, it's just not going to work. So steeper, the better. You'll find that point. But just feel like you're on a pogo stick, going up and down, straight up and down. There you go. And if you want to move, that's when you lay off the brake and you kick forward and you pop and you pop like a bunny rabbit. Likewise, if you want to go backwards, pull back. But you got to be careful with that one. You might loop out. This next one's called the Scandinavian Flick, invented by the Scandinavians for rallying and all that rad jazz. It's a great skill to have on the trail. Now, I highly recommend you don't go and skid everywhere. But you can learn this one on the flat ground in a car park, just like this one right here. It's actually a fire road. Place a rock there. That's your obstacle. You want to go round that. So what you want to do is you want to skid the opposite way that you want to go. So I want to go left. So I'm going to let the back end skip out so it looks like I'm going to turn right, skip, and then flick it round, Scandinavian style, to get round to go left. It's a great trick to do. It's actually quite fun. It's actually easier to do it out there on the trail because you've got a lot more support when you're coming into that left hand, depending on which side you want to Scandi. Also, you've got the dirt, the loam that's going to have more grip, whereas over here it's a little bit loose, but you can get the fundamentals of how to do the Scandinavian Flick on the flat ground. Next. Okay, I studied engineering for 4 years. I did AutoCAD. I wanted to be a draftsman. I call this one the protractor. Get your bike. And it's all in the upper body. Keep that stiff. Lay down, put your saddle in your armpit, grab your pedal, stretch out your legs like you're doing the plank, turn the bars, and pedal. The protractor. There you go. I recommend you put it in a lower gear. I'm running a 1-speed, but that's the protractor. Just remember, stiff core. I love this next one. It's the nose bonk. It adds a lot of style to your riding. I love doing it on the trail. Now, you can learn this anywhere. Like I said, I got an old piece of brick right here that I've just found in the bushes. I'm going to nose bonk this, and by doing the nose bonk, it's all in the bunny hop. So when you master the bunny hop, it's all about coming to the side of it, bunny hopping, dropping your front, tapping it, and then landing. But the more you do it, the better you're going to get. It's so fun. You can do it on the trail, you can do it over tabletops, all of that. I love the beach. We all love the beach. This one's called the crab. It's essentially a big 180 to 180 to 180 to 180, and to see how far you can go without getting dizzy and falling and don't know where you are. This is how you do it. So when you're coming into it, you do a nose press 180. So a Endo 180, using the front brake. Careful you don't go over the bars. As soon as you spun around with your hips, you land back, force it down, hold the back brake, lean back, pull up the front, And whilst you're doing that, you're rotating whilst you do it. But when it comes to the second endo, that's where you let go of the brakes. You don't grab it straight away. You let it roll forward into a spin again, then hit the brakes so you can get that back end to come round again with your hips. Then you just continue that ratio for however long you can go. There you go, that's the crab. You just end up going in a circle. It's very demanding stunt, but it's a great one to learn. Next. This is the nose press 180. It's basically you're doing an endo, spinning 180, landing and pedaling out. Now this is a great one when you're on the trail and you're like, damn, dude, I went on the wrong trail. I need to spin around and go back without even putting my feet down. This is how you do it. Now the technique for this, for the nose press or the endo 180, it's all about the front brake and using your hips to get the bike around. Now, you want to push your weight forward, but when you want to do the spin, this is when you do a little carve just before you do it. You don't want to just go endo straight away and then try and get your hips around. To help get the bike around and help let your hips do all that work, basically you've got to turn into it, and whilst you're doing that, you hit the front brake, that brings up the back wheel, then you use your hips to swing the bike around. You've got to be careful you don't just go over the bars, because I've learned this a number of times, and yeah, but it's fun to do it. It's really fun, really, really fun. Carve into it, like this, spin, brakes, done. Right, this one. So you've learnt the nose press or the endo 180. You've done that a few times. Now it's the nose press or the endo 180 to 180 out. You're like, oh no, I went the wrong way. Oh, 180. Oh no, wait, this is the correct way. I'm gonna spin back around and go back down that trail. For the start of the endo 180 is basically the same as just doing the endo 180. But when you put another 180 into it, you just want to use that inertia to continue that force all the way around. So you're coming in, you do the carve, you hit the front brake, you lift it up, straight arms. Use your hips to get the back wheel all the way around. As soon as it lands, you hit that back brake. And by that force of you coming, spinning all the way around 180, you just continue it all the way. Keep looking over your shoulder. Do not stop looking over your shoulder. Look, look, look. Look down the trail, land, and continue. But you'll probably end up being here or there, or your body weight's gonna be a bit weird. And if you find your body weight's a little bit too much here, maybe continue it. Maybe overspin the first 180. So when you do the endo 180, overspin it, which makes it a lot easier for you just to go around to there. Makes it a, I don't know, 85 degrees, 80 degrees, 100 degrees. Maybe overspin the 180 first, just like this. Makes it a little bit easier. Overspin, aggressive look. Boom, done. Oh, this one's every kid's dream, every kid. And it's really good to learn. It's the wheelie. Now, it's all about getting that front wheel up by compressing, pushing down, and then popping back up. But you want to feather that rear brake, because if you don't feather that rear brake, you're going to loop out and you're going to land on your back and you're going to turn blue. We don't want that. So you want to just feather it. And if you feel like you're going to loop out, slam that rear brake so you can get that front wheel back down to the ground. Right, here's a good example of the wheelie. Now, to initiate that wheelie, you want to push down on the forks and pull up and keep your arms straight. Push, pull, arms straight. Feather that rear brake, because if you feel like you're going to loop out, whoa, grab it. Hold it, continue. Some key points when it comes to the wheelie is have your saddle quite high if you have it low anyway, but have it at full mast, don't do anything with it. Another one is have it in a higher gear, so make it a little bit easier for you to pedal. And just remember, feather that rear brake, because you don't want to loop out and turn blue, like the color of my bike. This next one is called the no-footed track stand. It's one that I've been trying to learn forever. It's quite hard, and it's all about balance. I can track stand, but I can't track stand no-footed. Both feet on the front wheel, just like this. Cross your wheel like this, turn it completely 80 or 90, and get it. It's really hard. But we're all here to learn, and I'm here to learn this. Yes! That was it. That was it. So I found out that you got to keep your body absolutely dead on your saddle. If it's a little bit on the piss, it's just, you're not going to get your balance. Look at that, see? Ooh. Whoa. Dude. New learns. Every day you're learning something new. There you go. Oh. Thank you very much for watching this. These are stunts that you can learn anywhere. Look at it. I've spent, well, the past 2 hours messing about just on this bit of gravel road. Let us know what stunts you like to learn on the flat ground. Maybe help someone else. Put some ideas in there. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.